Hello and welcome back to the final episode of the Pink Floyd album ranking. Again, I got my wonderful shirt, and as you know by the title and by the last video, my number one favorite Pink Floyd album of all time is, of course, Obscured by Clouds. I don't think I have ever seen a list with Obscured by Clouds even in the top 5, let alone number 1. I love this album. I also love Saucerful. It was hard for me to pick for a while, but I do think this album has the edge. What an album. And I seriously don't understand how people don't like it. Granted, this album was kind of doomed from the start. This is Pink Floyd's 7th studio album, I want to say. It came out in 1972. Here's the problem. Metal comes out. Whatever. This comes out, and then the Dark Side comes out. And it screws over this album. Obscured by Clouds. This was actually originally destined to be a soundtrack, believe it or not, for The Valley. Of course, there was an argument, and at the last minute, Pink Floyd pulled out, and they just renamed the album after the first track, Obscured by Clouds. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how we get the greatest Pink Floyd album of all time. One of the greatest albums of all time. Oh my god. Let's talk about the track listing first, and then I'll talk about the reason I love it so much. First track is Obscured by Clouds, and it is ungodly good. It's an instrumental, and it is so fun to listen to. That song immediately flows into When You're In, which is actually kind of a similar song in a way to Obscured by Clouds. Again, it rocks. It's not that similar, but it's kind of similar. Third track, that goes into Burning Bridges, which is a super delicate, bluesy, calm, cool song. All I have to say about it. It's beautiful. That goes into The Gold It's In The, which is a just jammin' song. It is so good, that song. I love it. Beautiful song. That goes into one of my favorite songs on the album, What's the Deal, which is another super beautiful one. Great keys, great everything. God, it's such a good song. Last song on side 1 is Mudmen. I don't know why, but this song reminds me of Burning Bridges. It's a phenomenal song, but it does remind me of Burning Bridges. Starting on side 2, we have Childhood's End, another song that is quite bluesy, I must admit, and, as we're going to talk about, very Dark Side reminiscent. That goes into the only hit single on the album, Free For, which is another old school, just bluesy, soft rock Pink Floyd song. It's absolutely amazing. That goes into Stay. Again, calm, peaceful, relaxing song. I have nothing bad to say about it. That goes into the last track, which is absolutely Curtains. It's a short little instrumental, not much to say about it. It does end the album kind of with a cool note. There's about a minute long of an Hindu? I don't remember what it was, but it's a tribe of people praying in another language. The Mapuga tribe of New Guinea. That's about all I can get. But, okay. Why is this my favorite album? It's simple. This entire album, altogether, from start to end, number 1, especially songs like Obscured by Clouds and When You're In. Again, I've never smoked marijuana, but I would bet you that if I did, those songs would somehow sound even better. This entire album is extremely overlooked because it came out right before the Dark Side, and ironically, if you listen to it, there is a lot of Dark Side in here. You can really hear it in this album. But let me tell you something. The reason I love it so much is because this album gives me, like, warm summer day, birds chirping, daydreaming vibes is the best way I can describe it. It feels like being about 11 years old on a warm summer day, 80 degrees, nice warm day. You're outside, you're playing, maybe not 11, maybe like 9. You meet up with your friends, you walk somewhere, you go to a park, you mess around, you go to someone's house, you play some video games, you know, you go outside and you ride your bikes and stuff. This album, the first time I ever listened to it all the way through, because admittedly, this was not an album I listened to until about, I don't know, I was like 13 maybe, because it's not that popular. I put it on, I listened to it all the way through. I had no idea what to expect other than that a lot of people didn't like it. I put it on and I said, oh my God, this album is a freaking masterpiece. And immediately, I was sitting in my room listening to it for the first time, and immediately I was like transported back about 6 years, about 8, 9 years old, to me as a kid, playing with my friends in the summer in the sun. And I don't know how else to describe it other than that, but it's a nostalgia factor, I think. And I don't know what it is, but every track on this album somehow just makes me feel like there's not a worry in the world, there's not a care in the world. I can just be free and calm and do whatever I want, and I can clear my mind. And I think a lot of people feel that way about Dark Side. For me, this is my Dark Side. That's how I feel about this album. And I think that, is this the most technologically advanced Pink Floyd album? No. It's not crazy, really. But I think the reason it's so high for me is because of the effect it has on me. That is the ultimate goal of music, right? Is the effect it has on you. Animals is an amazing Pink Floyd album. But to me, when I sit and listen to it, I say, man, this is good. I like this. This is some good guitar, good music, great. Dark Side, oh my God, it sounds amazing, Momentary Lapse of Reason, Learning to Fly, oh, this is such a good song. This album, I can feel. And I think a lot of people would say, well, you could feel that way about Dark Side. I don't. I, honest to God, don't when I listen to Dark Side. It's a phenomenal album, but I don't feel it. Maybe if I was high, I would feel it, but sober, it's amazing and I love it, but I'm like, this is good. Yeah, this is good. This album is like, it takes me over. I can sit there and just be like zoned out listening to it. I cannot imagine being, smoking weed and listening to this album, and I might have to try that. But that is why this album is my favorite. It is an experience that I feel when I'm listening to it. And as much as I love the other Pink Floyd songs, the first album, the second album, Metal, this is just different. And it just makes me feel so happy on the inside listening to this album. Again, is it the most technologically advanced Pink Floyd album? No. Is it the highest rating? No, definitely not. But for me, personally, I know my list is pretty unconventional, but for me, this is my number one, without any doubt in my mind. And the reason why Saucerful is number 2 and so close is because it also gives me that sort of summer childhood vibe, especially Seesaw and Remember a Day, the Rick Wright songs. They really give me the warm summer day as a kid who's innocent feeling. But this album just does it as a whole, and it is so good at it. I really don't know how to explain it any other way other than that it's that. And by the way, here's what the album looks like. If you haven't looked back, as you can see, it says Music from the Valley. Which, by the way, if you include this on your list of Pink Floyd albums, why do you not include More? I've seen a lot of people who include this but not More. They both... More is a soundtrack, and this was about to be a soundtrack. Like, you either include all of them or don't. And More is a phenomenal album, too. So, I'm not here to argue with any Pink Floyd fans, unless there's one caveat, and that is if you are one of those people that loves The Wall or something, and then you see someone who loves Animals and you go, no, you are wrong, Animals is crap, and I am right, and The Wall is the only good album. Those are the people I can't stand. But, because I'm not like that. You can love that. I know a lot of people love The Dark Side, I'm like, yeah, good choice, good choice. But for me, easy number 1 pick right here. So, yeah, that is it. I'm sure you guys were not expecting this to be my number 1, but it deserves it. It is a phenomenal album. I could listen to it on repeat all day. So that's it. We have rated all of them. That is all of the Pink Floyd studio albums, all 15 of them from Piper to Endless River. And I'm starting to get comments already. I'm recording this I think as I'm recording this, I just uploaded a momentary lapse of reason, so I'm about halfway through the recordings, but getting a lot of comments. I'm loving it. I haven't checked the views, but probably decent. I know the Umagumma one got a lot of views. And it's been mostly positive. It's been really cool. I did have one person who was kind of like what I was talking about, but not really, where it's like, no, you were wrong for not putting this album higher. You know, you don't get it. It's, you know, that kind of crap. And I'm like, you know what? You are not the kind of person I even want to talk to about Pink Floyd, because if you can't love and appreciate every single Pink Floyd album, I don't want to talk to you. I mean, I would get it if it was like, if you're someone that's like, you love every single Pink Floyd album, but you hate Endless River. Or you love every single Pink Floyd album, but you hate Final Cut. That I could get behind, because there's definitely some people that hate one album. But if you're like an Animals purist or a Dark Side purist, which is fine, but instead of saying, whoa, you like Obscured by Clouds? That's your number one? Why? What makes you pick that? You put, you know, that above Dark Side? Like, why? What makes you pick that? That is what I like to see. What I don't like to see is, you put Obscured by Clouds above Dark Side? F you, screw you, F your life, F your music choice. You're not a real Pink Floyd fan. You don't get it. That's the crap I hate. And it's stupid as all hell. So, yeah, I really have enjoyed making this. This is my favorite band we're talking about, and my favorite album here, and it's been an amazing... It's taken like a week to record all of these. I've been doing like 2 a day about, but it's been phenomenal, and I'm really glad I got to do this. I've had some issues, you know, uploading consistently recently, but I think, you know, this will be a good start. So, with that said, that is it. That is a wrap, everyone, to the Pink Floyd series. I hope everyone has enjoyed it. I don't know what day this will be uploaded on. Today is the 19th as I'm filming this, so probably like the 26th or 7th, so that's it. Hope everyone has enjoyed this. I hope to see many more comments. I hope to see some Obscured by Cloud love, because, come on, man, it's so good. Yeah, that's all I got for you. So thank you all so much, as always, for watching. I hope you all have enjoyed this. To the people that may have found my channel just through this is not typically the kind of content I post, but if you want me to do more, because I have a massive record collection, I will totally do some more. I did one video a couple months ago on a Boston album, and it got like 3,000 views overnight. So I might consider it. So yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling. Like I said, Obscured by Clouds, #1, absolutely love it, 100%. Freaking ungodly, unhuman experience listening to this. So thank you all so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe and click like if you like what you see. Follow me on isaac24.com out on the web. And if you want to see more of this, absolutely hit me up. Say, hey, I want to see more music content. Until next time, folks, rest in peace, Sid. Rest in peace, Rick. God bless Pink Floyd. God bless rock and roll. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.